Round 2, Apprentice Instructor.
Round 2, intermediate and beginner level students. Let's start our warm-up.
Yes, ma'am.
75 jumping jacks.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Push-up position.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to do our first set of 10 push-ups.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1, man, 2, man, 3, man, 4, man, 5, man, 6, man, 7, man, 8, man, 9, man, 10, man.
Rest kneeling.
Yes, ma'am.
Second set.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1, man, 2, man, 3, man, 4, man, 5, man, 6, man, 7, man, 8, man, 9, man, 10, man.
Rest kneeling.
Yes, ma'am.
Last set.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1, man, 2, man, 3, man, 4, man, 5, man, 6, man, 7, man, 8, man, 9, man, 10, man.
On your back, we're going to do bicycle crunches.
Yes, ma'am.
First set of 25.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 man, 16 man, 17 man, 18 man, 19 man, 20 man, 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man.
Rest.
Yes, ma'am.
Second set.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men, 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Last set.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin.
1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men, 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men.
Sit up.
Yes, ma'am.
Get your feet straight out in front.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up. Bend forward and touch your toes.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man,
2
2
men,
men,
3
3
men,
men,
4
4
men,
men,
5
5
men,
men,
6
6
men,
men,
7
7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men. Bend one leg in.
Yes, ma'am.
Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men. Switch legs.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men. Bring both feet in,
Yes, ma'am.
flap our knees. We're on tiger ear, I see there's tiger ears, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Back straight, head held high. Lean forward, touch your nose to the floor as low as it can go.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men. Feet wide apart.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna bring both hands up, twist your pinkies towards the sky.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men, 11 men, 12 men, 13 men, 14 men, 15 men, 16 men, 17 men, 18 men, 19 men, 20 men. Reach to one side.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Reach to the other side.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Reach to both sides. Widen your stretch if you can.
Ma'am.
All right, from this position, we're gonna lift ourselves up and turn towards the offices.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One man,
2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 man, 16 man, 17 man, 18 man, 19 man, 20 man.
Turn to the other side.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man,
2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 man, 16 man, 17 man, 18 man, 19 man, 20 man.
back to center.
Yes, ma'am.
From here we're going to do what we call a snake push-up. We're going to push down 1, 2, 3. Walk it back to the seated position. Try not to flop.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man,
2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 man, 16 man, 17 man, 18 man, 19 man, 20 man.
Feet straight up in front.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up.
Ma'am.
Reach forward to your toes.
Yes, ma'am.
1 man,
2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man, 6 man, 7 man, 8 man, 9 man, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man, 13 man, 14 man, 15 man, 16 man, 17 man, 18 man, 19 man, 20 man. Is he still doing the bridge ups? All right, we're going to go on to our back. I'm going to bridge up. Yes, ma'am.
And back down. Hug your knees, and rock backwards, forwards, stand up. Whew. Twist it out. Do any additional stretches you might need to do. Alrighty, we are on tiger stances.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to go through the whole thing, but we're going to go a little bit slower.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll try to see if we can get to the blocks as well.
Yes, ma'am.
When I say attention stance, you bring your feet together, your hands slap your side, and you say, yes, ma'am. Attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
When I say stand tall, you make fists and bring them up by your rib cage into what we call a chambered position. Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
When I say tay, you say tay, you're going to bend your knees and flip your toes out. Tay.
Hey.
When I say tie, you say tie, you're going to bend your knees and flip your heels out. Tie.
Time.
When I say pay, you say pay, and we're going to jump out to what we call our horse stance. Pay.
Hey.
Feet together.
Ma'am.
Can we try that again? Attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
Say tay, tie, pay.
Hey. Time. Hey.
Do horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance right.
Bow stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, something I do want to say about the horse stance is it's something that we call one of our foundational postures. What that means is you're going to see this move, or the stance, sorry, in almost every other form that we do later on, weapon sets, more advanced sets. So it's important when you're practicing at a beginner level to think about the structure of this stance. So when we get into this stance, we don't want our toes to be splayed out really, really wide. You're not going to get a lot of good balance that way. As much as you can, and it's okay if you still work at it, but you want your toes to point forward.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you come down into this stance, you just want to sink into it. You want to sit. You don't want to lean forward because you're trying to get your face closer to the ground so it feels like you're lower, but that's going to put you way off balance. Can't catch my breath in this mouth. So you want to try to keep your head up straight, your back pretty straight, and just sink into it. Now, when you're first getting started up here, this is perfectly fine. This is where I started. And then as you get more used to it and you build up your strength and your endurance, you can go a little lower.
Yes, ma'am.
Attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
Say tay, tie, pay.
Say, tie, pay.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance right.
Bow stance right.
Now in this bow stance, we want our front leg to be
Bent.
and our back leg to be
Straight.
And we're going to bring our hands into these tiger claws right up here. This is called our tiger's mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
So this is the same thing, but we're facing the left side. Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cat stance right.
Cat stance right.
Now the cat stance is you're sunk back on that back leg. All your weight is on it. So you should be able to pick up your front leg without shifting your weight. That's how you can test your cat stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cat stance left.
Cat stance left.
Same thing. You're sunk down on your back leg. Your right leg, your front leg, should be able to lift up without moving your weight.
Yes, ma'am.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cross stance right.
Cross stance right.
So the cross stance is you're crossing behind and you're using your arms to block up and down simultaneously.
Yes, ma'am.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cross stance right.
Cross stance left.
Left, sorry. Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Crane stance right.
Crane stance right.
Now this is sort of a rest position. You want to balance on one leg, in this case on your left leg. You want to bring your right knee up as high as you can. The higher you can bring up your knee, the easier it is to balance. If you're having trouble balancing, you want to try to focus on a spot on the wall that's not moving.
Yes, ma'am.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Crane stance left.
Crane stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Now the next one is jump to kneeling right. You're going to jump onto your right leg, and as you come down, you're in a cross stance again. You want to stab down with your right spear hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And from here we go dragon stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Which is your right leg is straight, your left leg is bent, and your toes are pointing back out this other way, which is different from our horse stance. And you bend down as far as you can go. Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Jump to kneeling left.
Jump to kneeling left.
Good job. Dragon stance left.
Dragon stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
Take that. Get your breath.
Yes, ma'am.
If at any time anyone needs a water break, please feel free to step off the mat and just take whatever time that you need.
Yes, ma'am. It's harder to go slow.
I know.
Holding those for a long time.
It's vitamins.
It is good. It is good.
All right, I want to go through the tiger stances again, but before I do, does anyone have any questions? And it's okay if you don't, but if you do, if anything's burning, you're just like, I gotta know, what does that mean?
No, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna go through them again, still slowly, but a little more smoothed out. Attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
And I forgot this part before. Open tiger claws. Say K, tie, pay.
Day, time, pay.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance right.
Bow stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cat stance right.
Cat stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cat stance left.
Cat stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cross stance right.
Cross stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Cross stance left.
Cross stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Crane stance right.
Crane stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Crane stance left.
Crane stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Jump to kneeling right.
Jump to kneeling right.
Dragon stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Jump to kneeling left.
Jump to kneeling left.
Dragon stance left.
Dragon stance left.
Horse stance center.
Horse stance center.
Feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the previous class, you guys got through the first 4 blocks, is that correct?
Yeah, we got all the way up to, yeah, we're center side center.
Oh,
Yeah.
the favorite.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
So with our tiger blocks, and in case you were not already aware, this is Hung Gar style Kung Fu, which is tiger frame style. So the 2 primary styles we got are tiger, which is down low, and crane, which is up high. So the tiger stances are furthest on being low and building up a lot of thigh strength. And that thigh strength is going to help keep you stable. It's going to make your kicks way more powerful. And it's going to give you more endurance in a form or in a fight.
Yeah.
So with our tiger blocks, we're spending all of our time, most of our time, down low, because we're working on that endurance while we focus on something else.
Yeah.
And what we're focusing on with the blocks is we want our blocks to be as bad as our punches. We want to be able, if an attacker is coming at us and we block them, we want them to regret it.
Yeah.
So you're building up your impact resistance with your muscles. You're building up the tension with your muscles to make them stronger and more impact resistant. And you're going to be getting used to, eventually when we can touch people again, you're going to be getting used to the feeling of what controlled impact from someone that is sparring with you that knows what they're doing. And you're going to be able to get a feel for that. And you can start to understand your own limits and how to surpass them. So with our first block, we're going to be down, you can just watch right now. We're going to be down in that horse stance, because here's that horse stance again. And we're going to block straight down our center line of our uniform. And this is if a punch is coming in at your face, you want to block it, and you want to catch it with this nice meaty chunk of your arm. Because that meaty chunk and that thicker bone that's right there, that's going to give you the most wham to block the punch that's coming in. And when you block, you want to block out. You don't want to block here, because if a punch is coming and you try to block here, you're too, there goes your nose. So you want to block out. And you want to bring your arm down, and at the very end of coming down, you want to do a tiger claw. You want to do a grab. And you want to tense your muscles. And what you're doing when you tense those muscles is you're making them stronger. You're making them harder for the impact, because if you just whack somebody with a noodle arm, like, it's going to hurt. But if you tense your muscle first, you'll have a little more protection that way. And you're building up this strength in that arm for these blocks and other blocks that we're going to be doing. We're going to do the tension stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
We're not going to open our tiger claws. We're going to say take, tag, peg.
Take, side, peg.
Tiger front block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right up until that end when we clench, especially with our backhand. Are you familiar with the backhand? I can't.
Front hand, back hand.
Thank you. Front hand back twist. You're loose, 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 and then you grip right here at the very end, and you get that good pop. This is similar in that the block, if you're loose from the top and you don't clench until right when you come down at the end, it's going to give you some more speed. And also, when we do that in our poison hand, when you put the poison hand where we're loose, 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 and then at the very end, snap. And then you get a little more power and a little more spin out of your block when you do it that way. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I answer your question? Yes. Okay. I went way over there to do that, and they're doing it here and here.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. All right, let's do. So much spare time. Let's do the second one, which is time your outside block. So we're going to
Ma'am.
attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
Say tay tai pei.
Tay, tie, pay.
Tiger outside block will cross your arms in front and bring your right arm out about shoulder height. And that's 1. And then 2 is just the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
Now this block has 2 functions. It has the primary function and it has a secret hidden technique function. So the first one we're doing, if someone's coming and they're punching straight at you, and you block out to the outside of your shoulder and they're going to continue, the punch will miss you and it's no longer a threat. So you're grabbing a punch that's coming straight at you, you're grabbing it and you're rolling it out, and now it's over here and it's away from you. The second secret technique, let me see if somebody here knows it.
Just wipe the sleeve.
There you go. There's a form that you'll learn later. There's a move in a form that you'll learn later called wipe the sleeve. And that's if somebody has you and they're like, hey, hey, what's up, what's up? And they've got you here around your wrist. You bring your other hand up and you break their hold. So you're yanking this arm free while at the same time you're rubbing, you're wiping that grip right off. So this one works the same way. And you wipe, wipe. So we're doing 2 things at once with this block.
Yeah.
Let's do that one more time. And then I'm so sorry, we don't have time to do center side setting.
Oh, no.
Attention stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
Say tay tai pei.
Tay, tie, pay.
Time your outside block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's all the time we have for our beginner class today. Thank you so much for joining me and muddling along with me. We're going to say our school motto now. You can just sort of follow along with us. We follow the 5 parts: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility.
Bow to Apprentice Instructor.
Bow to intermediate and beginner level students and people joining at home.